So, unfunny thing that I hope I've rendered funny. So, as I understand it, and admittedly it's only as I understand it, my idiotic nephew Damian, the Antichrist. And he's such a terrible Antichrist that, like, he can't handle being the Antichrist. When, like, him being named Damian isn't a coincidence. Like, he's part of a wealthy family that have been able to, like, more or less, with no choice, honestly, protect him. To an extent, at least. But the thing about Damian, as the Antichrist, is he's obsessed with one, compulsion. Like, using compulsion to, like, cause people to commit murder. And two, trying to pretend that it's someone else that was the source of that compulsion. Like a dumb idiot. And the thing about that is, part of the reason it did that is so it could keep trying to slander trans women with Zilfran forever, because it thinks that's funny. The thing is, though, I found several places where Damian started his compulsion chain, and at this point, just literally did an undo compel. And that means its chain's broken, its compulsion chain is broken in multiple places. And the dumb little idiot still hasn't figured out, like, how badly that screws it. But, Damian, Malayantrana, Nitocroy talking body, undo, Avakaroti talking body, Nitocroy talking body, Balenica talking body, Nitocroy talking body, Avakayati talking body, Nitocroy Raksadi, Nitsunodi. Yeah, I don't normally smoke these. Like, I don't normally, like, pack one and then put it on. But, you know what? Seems worthwhile. David, you sat in your sister in either your actual sister. You sat in your actual sister's eyes with possession because you were in a mental hospital far away from this. You used Psychorody to go into her. And then, while she looked down at her beautiful new twin children, you put compulsion down. That's one of the ones I took care of before the show. What's that? Did you say all compulsion undo compulsion? Yes. Elena Cariati means compel. Albacaroti means undo. Why are you concerned with Bala Yatrada being Albacaroti, Balena Cariati specifically by you, Damian? Because you shouldn't not be. Oh, that's rude. Damian, the Malayantrana you deployed into the eyes of Yamala Agamanic Dubida Agamanic Christos from their father the first time he looked at them and said, I'm proud of you. I'm guessing especially when Destiny chose to transition. Never grows Gumbadi, there's not his Gumbadi. Never grows Gumbadi, Abagaros Gumbadi. Never grows Gumbadi, Balena Gariata Gumbadi. Never grows Roxadi, Niscody. Oh, no, no. Never grows Roxadi, Niscody. You're legitimately going no, no, no. And come on. Damian, I thought at one point you actually knew me, Damian, but like seriously. Like seriously, Damian. At one point you were actually not dumb enough to not fear me at all. Nah. You always never feared me. That was stupid. It was stupid to never fear me. People who are really hard to piss off are the scariest people ever. You really never learned that, did you, Damian? Probably because you're so easy to piss off. Damian, I'm not easy to piss off. See, Damian thinks that I have to be easy to piss off because I don't think it's Malayantrana's funny. And I have gotten quite pissed with Damian on a number of occasions for Damian refusing to admit that Malayantrana original sin compulsion isn't funny. But it's the Antichrist, and it's too much of a coward to admit that it's the Antichrist when the only reason it has Malayantrana is it's the Antichrist. Look, David, why are you even bothering with me? Like, seriously, Damian. Seriously. Damian, you personally met both, I guess there's two of them, both second comings of Christ, but like, you personally know them. Oh, I get it. I get it. You think you're like winning by like compulsing me as I talk to the camera, don't you? And you think all the BS you did with that just got undone of compulsing my sweet cousins through their parents' eyes. You think that being undone doesn't hurt you? That's astonishing. David, it doesn't hurt me that I undid it. The fact that you, as Damian the Antichrist, are so cowardly you can't even admit the Antichrist that you're the Antichrist and like expect me to get punished for taking away an Antichrist specific toy? That's dumb. The gods aren't going to smite me because the idiot Antichrist is too much of a coward to admit that it's Malayantrana it only got because it's the Antichrist. And you've been such a coward about trying to make me the Antichrist as Dylan. That, like, frankly, you never deserved to have that friggin' Malayantrana to begin with. Because, like, you literally actually only got it because you're the Antichrist and you're too much of a coward to admit you're the Antichrist when you had the Antichrist specific thing. Like, that's all. That's all. That's all. Oh, wait a minute, huh? Malayantrana is an Antichrist specific thing, huh? Huh. Actually, that makes inherently a lot of sense. That's strange. I knew that before I said that. Interesting. Damian, you're not clever by still trying to pretend that you're the real me. Get over it. So apparently I've been being hounded by the Antichrist because it's too stupid to know I'm not going to just try to become Christ. Which is like, the thing about the Antichrist is like, it's pretty specific in its job. Like, it gets to go play around with its Molly Yantrana. It's supposed to have a better plan than translandering, but that's just all it went with because it refused to do anything else. And it's meant to like get people who want to be the second coming of Christ to just like, you know, try to proclaim themselves that. But the thing is, Damian, I've done multiple other episodes where I've just been like, nah, that ain't me. So Antichrist, you dumb little idiot, why are you still trying to pretend that Dylan's the Antichrist for saying, no, I'm not the true second coming? Why are you still trying that idiocy? Seriously, Damian, figure it out. I've done multiple episodes where, like, I tried to call on the literal actual second coming of Christ. Apparently there are two of them. Maybe that's something that came about when I, like, maybe that's something I discovered when I friggin' did that Truth Day for it. For her. Or them. If there's two of them. But my point is, when I've revealed that I'm so much not the second coming of Christ, that I'm trying to invoke the second coming of Christ, why on earth are you still trying to act like I'm the Antichrist? Damian. Alright. Damian refusing to admit Dylan's not the Antichrist. Zadaraka Saksivara. Damian gave up Molly Yantrana by refusing to admit Dylan's not the Antichrist. What? You want to get salty and keep calling Dylan the Antichrist out of his own mouth. So, you chose no more mala compulsion forever. It's just not going to be an Antichrist thing anymore, I guess, because like the one we had refused to stop trying to make everyone else the Antichrist because it's too much of a coward to admit having the mala compulsion to use on people meant it had to be the Antichrist and nothing else. Too bad for one dumb idiot. Good Lord. This is so frustrating. 2 whole episodes. I lay it down. I not second coming. Straight up. Just not. For the literal actual Antichrist, just like never give up on calling me the Antichrist because it wants me to go be the Antichrist and like try to go pretend to be Christ is the dumbest thing ever. You did this to yourself, Dipch. You dipped out on Mala Yantrana because you were too much of a coward to admit Dylan ain't the Antichrist. Too bad for you.